For years I felt invisible, like a shadow, like a ghost, unseen and unheard by anyone. My thoughts, my dreams, my very being felt insignificant and small. In the presence of others I shrunk, feeling diminished, my voice a mere whisper lost in the wind's howl. I was a chameleon, blending into the background, adapting to everyone else's needs. I craved acceptance, validation, so I silenced my own desires, my own truths, my own voice. I became a hollow echo of others, a mere shadow. But deep inside, I yearned to be seen, to be heard, to break free from the suffocating silence that had become my prison, my cage. I carried the weight of their expectations on my shoulders, a burden that seemed to grow heavier with each passing day, a heavy burden that bent my spine and stole my breath, making every step feel like a monumental effort. I was a puppet, dancing to their tune, my strings controlled by their desires, my movements dictated by their whims. Their needs became my compass, their approval, my only reward, guiding me through a maze of expectations and demands. I contorted myself, twisted myself into knots, trying to fit their mold, losing pieces of myself in the process. But no matter how hard I tried, it was never enough. The goalposts kept moving, always just out of reach. The more I tried to please, the more invisible I became, blending into the background of their lives. Their gaze passed through me, their words failing to reach the depths of my soul, leaving me feeling hollow and unseen. The silence grew louder, a deafening roar that threatened to consume me whole, drowning out my own voice and desires. My heart ached with an unspoken pain, a pain that seemed to echo in the silence of my surroundings. A deep longing for recognition, for someone to see the real me beneath the carefully constructed facade, grew stronger each day. But my cries for help were met with deaf ears, as if the world had turned its back on me. My silence became a scream, a desperate plea for someone to notice my existence, a silent rebellion against the invisibility that threatened to erase me, to make me disappear into the background. I was tired of being overlooked, of being taken for granted, of feeling like a ghost in my own life. I was done dimming my light for others to shine, ready to embrace my own brilliance. I realized then that my silence was not a virtue but a cage of my own making, a prison I had built around myself. I had the power to break free, to reclaim my voice, to step into the light and be seen. And so, I began to listen, truly listen to the whispers of my own heart, to the dreams I had buried deep inside, to the desires I had long ignored, and to the voice that had always been there, waiting to be heard. It started as a whisper, a barely audible sound that only I could hear, a faint tremor in my chest, a subtle vibration that hinted at something more, a surge of courage I didn't know I possessed, slowly building within me. I started small, voicing my opinions, setting boundaries, and expressing my true self, saying no when I needed to, even when it was difficult. Each time I spoke my truth, the whisper grew louder, more confident. The chains of silence began to loosen their grip. I stood taller, feeling more empowered, my voice resonating with newfound strength, echoing my inner resolve. I was no longer afraid to be seen, to be heard. This is my journey, my transformation, a journey from shadows to light, from silence to voice, from fear to courage. It is a journey of self-discovery, of reclaiming my power and embracing my true self, of finally embracing the fullness of who I am, without hesitation. And to anyone who feels lost in the shadows, unsure of their worth, remember this: you are worthy of being seen, of being heard. Your voice matters, your dreams matter. Ignite your inner fire. The world is waiting for you to shine. Step into your light and let your voice be heard.